All glamour shots. Oh. Oh. Why is this giving? Hi everyone. Today we're going to do a big drag eye. So stay tuned if you want to see how I did this, or if you like the sound of my voice. Hello, we're doing makeup again. I have 3 gigs today to get through, and for some reason I feel like doing something draggy. Like, I know that's what we've been doing this whole time, but like, I want something big. I want something draggy. So come along for that journey with me. I haven't decided on a color yet. I might do neutral. I might do, when I say neutral, not the brown that I normally do, but we're gonna do, let's do gray. Why not? Why not? So I'm gonna start with my brows as per normal, but this time we're gonna place them a little higher, not too much higher in the center. Did that even make a material difference? Yeah, I think so. Damn, that's thick. She's thick. Okay, let's maybe not do that. And let's, oh, that's still thick. Okay, all right, well, we're off to a great start here. That's a little less thick. I'm okay with that. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but about these Anastasia Beverly Hills pen liners, this one's pretty much new, and this one's not, but they feel like they have different formulas. I buy them like multiples at a time, and then even when they're both brand new, like one of them feels, and they're the same color, they should be the same, but you know, one of them tends to always feel more liquidy than the other. The other one's kind of like a dry, you know, like when you have a whiteboard marker and it gets a little dry, and when you're writing on the whiteboard it starts to like drag. I don't know, it just seems a little inconsistent, but I still love them. I'll still continue using them for my drag makeup just because I don't know of any alternatives. One thing that I have started doing for my dip brow thing with the makeup blend that I normally use is I've started dipping it, or sorry, not dipping, I've started putting the makeup blend in there and then using the spoolie end to mix it around. It just makes mixing the product so much quicker, like this. It's just quicker. We're starting off pretty standard today with brows first and then carving them and then eyeshadow. We're just making it a little bit more draggy than I'm used to because I'm trying to cater to everyone's needs here. I've got a lot of people who want to get into cross-dressing watching these YouTube videos, so they prefer more, you know, natural looking makeup. And I've got a lot of, obviously, drag artists looking for some like fun drag makeup tips and things like that. So, you know, I kind of want to be catering to everyone's needs. I just love the way that concealer glides over like a freshly shaven eyebrow. It just feels so like creamy and buttery, and if you've never shaved your eyebrows, you don't know what I'm talking about, and honestly, I think you're missing out. A lot more people should shave their eyebrows, I think. Now, because I'm not putting down my like wash of brown, because we're not doing brown today, what I will do is I'm still gonna go with my contour, but that's just because on the inner part, that's where my nose contour is going to come up to. So I know I'm gonna have to put down some brown at some point. And I'd rather do it underneath. Oh, that's a lot. I'd rather do it underneath my eyeshadow that I'm just about to put down rather than layering it on top of. So I'm thinking ahead to where my base is gonna be. Because honestly, not so many people do their eyeshadow before their base. I do it because if there's any fallout, you can easily clean it up. Plus, I do my base last because I feel like there are more corners you can cut when it comes to doing your base. So if I'm running behind and my base, and I've finished my eyes, the intricate part of my makeup, then you can just slap some blush on and walk out the door. So, you know, it's a time-saving mechanism, or like, you know, it just means that I have more ability to get there on time when doing my base second. Anyway, works for me. I'm now gonna set the white. Cool. And like normal, I'm going to map out where I'm gonna put my eyeliner, just with a bit of shadow. I'm gonna be using mainly these three colors. Pay no mind to the buildup of makeup blend that I've put in there. It still functions as a black eyeshadow, but I do need another one separate. Anyway, so I'm gonna be using those three colors. So I'm taking the medium, which is the next closest to black right now. And I'm just going to figure out where my eyeliner is going to go to. And I'm feeling a big wing today, so I'm going to bring it all the way up there, and then the same on the other side. Yeah, that's even enough for me. Okay, and then we're gonna start going in with some grays. Some Grey's Anatomy. So I'm taking the lightest shade of grey, and I'm just going to actually start on the outside and just blend that into the skin, the tip of that brow. And I'm gonna bring it in this kind of like soft arc, like not just straight across, but I'm gonna go up and then kind of meet at the midpoint of my eyebrow, if that makes sense. So, kind of like that. And we're just starting with a little bit of product for now, because we want to get that blend into the white, and we want to nail it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the shadow on the other side in the same place, and then we'll do our blending. And if you're someone who struggles with symmetry, I definitely recommend blending after you've placed the color on both sides, so that way you can map out where the colors are sort of going to blend to, at least, and then you can yeah, go from there. Like that. And now I'm just going to keep running back and forth over the part of the grey that sort of melts into the white, and slowly blend it up further and further. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to, because this is my lighter shade, apart from white, but this is my lighter shade. It's pretty dark, so I'm going to use it more like a mid-tone, and I'm going to complete the rest of my cut crease. Normally what I'll do is I'll just put the lighter shade here, and then I'll go in with my mid-tone down here, and then use the mid-tone for the inner part as well. But this one's pretty dark already, so I'm just going to keep using and just kind of connecting it to the inner part of my eye, and then buffing it out until I have the shape that I want. Also, don't worry about like getting shadows on your eyebrows. You can just do your eyebrows again later. It's fine. It's not like you have to do them completely from scratch again later. You can just layer more product on top. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all good. If you're wondering, the reason why I pat when it comes to the inner part of my eyes, because I have a very concave face, and it's really hard to get the right motion with a brush, and I'll end up like, I used to try and do it with like the window wiper method, but I don't know, something about the shape of my face is just very like this deep socket right there, and so I would always end up bringing the makeup too far out or in the wrong shape or something like that. So now when it comes to the inner corner, I simply just pat. Oh yeah, this is looking really draggy, and I'm not mad. So the next thing I'm gonna do is with that same brush, I'm gonna dip into the deeper shade of gray, and kind of do the same thing, but a little bit smaller and a little bit underneath. And you don't need to go all the way out to this tip that we've blended out. It's gonna blend naturally. Like if you go too far with this darker color, you're gonna have this like really dark spot here that you then have to blend down. But we've already sort of put the eyeshadow that we want on that outer part, so don't stress about it. Works for me. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is fill in this like outer triangle thing, just with that darker gray, just to fill it in. Kind of like that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of black in there, just to deepen it up. Delish. Delicious. Gorgeous. This makeup, I wasn't expecting it to be that much bigger, because I have this natural habit of just keeping to, you know, a certain size. It's coming out quite big, which is what I wanted, so I'm not mad. I'm just surprised at how it's looking so far, you know? I feel like I want to put a little bit of like brow highlight down. Like I know I put down the white before, but I want to do a little bit more. So I'm just dipping into the P. Louise thing, just this shade down here. And I want to swipe on just a smidge, just a little bit up here for an extra oomph, you know? I don't know if it's even reading on camera. The thing with glitters is what makes them pop is like inconsistent lighting, like light and dark, but I'm really well lit at the moment. So there's a lot of glitter makeup products or whatever, you're not going to, at least unless I alter my setup, you're not gonna like see what I'm seeing. So you'll just have to trust me that it looks kind of, we're gonna start cutting the crease and we're gonna go bigger. Bigger is better. It's mostly going to be extra volume, sorry, I'm such a hair girl. That was embarrassing. Sorry, I'm such a hair girl. Okay, only a minute. Okay, so it's mostly going to be extra room up here. In terms of the inner corner, I like to keep it kind of small so that everything else kind of goes out. It needs cleaning up. I'm not mad at that. I don't think I want to continue the crease all the way out. I'm not mad at that. Okay. All right, now I just have to roughly match it on the other side. Yeah, okay, I can see the vision. Just trust, just trust. Okay, so I suppose what we're gonna do is cut it with white. Am I feeling white? I don't really want to introduce any color into it though. Let's do white with some like silver, like glitter on top or something. So I'm dipping into that same white that I used for the cream up here. And what we're gonna do, a little trick when you're doing your crease as well, and like, not a trick, but something that doesn't click for a little bit is if you're wondering why it looks very cookie cutter, kind of not organic, it looks a bit clownish, it's because you're doing a semicircle when in reality you need to be, not need to be, but if you're trying to achieve this look, you need to do like almost like a flick down and it becomes this arc, like a semicircle kind of thing, instead of an actual semicircle just on the lid. I'm also not stressing too much about the cleanliness of this cut crease because I've just decided that I'm going to be putting glitter on it. If you're ever in a rush, there's truth behind throw some glitter on it. All right, what I'm going to do now is just kind of take that lightest gray shade and kind of blend this white into this black here. Glitter. Let's start with, well, I've been super into this Steeler color lately. It's a little goldy, but I am wearing a gold dress. So I would prefer it to be completely silver, but this kind of mix in the middle, I don't even know what color you would call that. It's not, like it's gold, but it's not gold, you know? It's like a white gold. Anyway, I'm just going to swipe this over the lid. Works for me. Should I add a little extra oomph in there? I don't know. What have we got? What are our options? Maybe I'll dip into that same color that we used to highlight our brow. Maybe that'll, I don't know, tie it in together or something. Okay. Ooh, that on top. Oh, that's kind of fierce. Okay, all right, I'm glad I did that. I really like how soft that made that blend with the, you know, outer part of the eye. Oh my gosh. This makeup, I know it's quite simple, but it's slapping so far. Now, I'm kind of gonna speed through doing the rest of my base just because it's not too different when we're amping up the dragness of it. The only thing I'm gonna do different is I'm probably just gonna put on a bit more contour, and that's about it. So yeah, how about I cut here and then we'll come back once I've done my face and then we're gonna do the under eye. Actually, there are some things that I wanna show you when it comes to the base. So, I went ahead and yes, I have a lot more contour on, but I also have a lot more white on. Now, I'm going to put just an incy-wincy little bit of this dark contour, and I'm just going to deepen up, you know, these little outer portions of my face. And this is quite a cool color, cool brown. So it's I don't know, it's gonna reduce how orange I look overall while still keeping a lot of the contrast. And to me, drag makeup, or like, you know, the difference between drag makeup and just like regular makeup is the increased contrast and the fun and the color, you know? And so it's this, I find, that is just, you know, that little extra oomph on top that can really, I don't know, make your makeup good. Not making words. Cool. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna do is, to keep that high contrast thing, I'm gonna dip into this Kryolan white eyeshadow, and I'm going to set the white parts of my face before I powder the rest. And you can be quite liberal with your white. And I'm just going to, oh my god, I forgot my nose contour. I'll do that after this. You can be quite liberal with your white because it's eyeshadow, not setting powder. So don't be shy. I know I look a little crazy right now, but that's okay because we will add powder on top of this and it'll sort of even out all of these different colors. The thing is, when you use a powder like I do here, there's a bit of pigment in mine, and so what it does is the pigment will sort of even out the tones on my face a little bit so that they're all kind of within the same family. I don't know. It adds like, it's kind of like a filter, you know? So like you've got a lot of warms and a lot of cools going on, but then when you give them like a wash with some powder on top, then they all kind of like get a little closer together. I don't know, it works for me, okay? It works for me, don't question me. Nose contour, I'll do my nose contour and then I'll powder my face and then we'll come back for the under eye. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we've powdered and you'll see what I mean about that wash of color when I take all of this powder off. It is time for the under eyes. So I'm going to take a very small domed brush and I'm just gonna get rid of any leftover black eyeshadow. And my under eye doesn't normally change. I'm not a girl who wears bottom lashes either. It's just who I am, and I don't know, I feel like I squint a lot when I'm in drag, and then, I don't know, I have quite high set cheeks, so like when I smile, I've worn bottom lashes, and they just, I feel like they're pulling, and I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it for me, but for the other girls, it looks great. But for me, I don't know, I think my face is just too small. Oh no, it's small. So I'm dipping into that light gray, and we're just going to bring, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. We're going to bring this shade underneath our eye and blend it out. And we're kind of going for the same thing that we did with the brow up here, where it's blending into the white, because I have white highlight underneath here. So we kind of want to just hug the lash line and then bring it down slowly and softly. And you can even flick it up and into your eyeshadow on the top. Oh, poked myself in the eye. All right, now we're going to do the same on the other side. And then the next thing, we're going in with the next darker gray, and just while looking up this time, get a bit closer to those bottom eyelashes. Cool. And then I'm gonna take an even smaller brush. So there's my size difference. And we're gonna dip into the black, and we're gonna do pretty much the same thing, but keeping it almost exclusively at the lash. But we can blend it out a little bit, that's fine. Now it comes time to dust off all of this powder. Before we do our eyeliner, I'm gonna fix up my brows a little bit. So, life hack, if you're feeling a little bit lazy when it comes to that ombre in the center, after everything is said and done, and you've got everything down, you can simply just take a little bit of eyeshadow and then just pop it on and then blend it in. Kind of like that. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, like a teeny weeny amount. Cool. Okay, eyeliner time. So my normal approach for eyeliner is don't use liquid on the lid, but I might have to break that today just because we're using so much and I don't know how much life this little pen liner has in it still. So I guess we'll find out. What we're gonna do is I'll start on this eye, and I most of the time will start on the outer corner. Something like that. And then when it comes to big eyeliner, if you kind of want that like conjuring look, what you want to do is you want to actually like start curving it down towards your eye. Like when you're bringing it in, curve it down like that and make sure you've got a nice even line. But don't spend too much time on it because it's gonna be covered by your eyelashes anyway, so really it's fine. And another trick is you don't have to start and end it at your eye. Like you can see here how I've gone beyond my eye and I'm just gonna fill in that region there. And that just gives you more room. When you shift your eyeliner out and a little bit down, it's still the same shape and it's still going up, so it still looks like how you want it, but it just gives you a little bit more room to display the eyeshadow that you've put on. Because otherwise, if you're completely putting your eyeliner, you know, over your lid, then what was the point of cutting that crease before if you're just gonna like put down all of that eyeliner anyway? So I might have to set this with some like black eyeshadow or something because my pen looks to be running out a little bit. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the same on the other side and then we'll look at the inner corners. All right, so what I've done is I've gone and I've added some makeup blend to some black cream eyeliner, and I'm simply going to just make that a little bit more black, to put it simply. Like that. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of translucent powder. I'm just using what's left on my brush. And I'm doing that to decrease the risk of it transferring up and onto my lid and going everywhere. So yes, that's happening. Oh my God, why am I Juno Birch? So now it comes time for the inner corner. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this in a series of steps. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to pick a length and make my wing in the inner corner. I'm pretty happy with that. So the trick for eyeliner for me and my eye shape is to never stray too far from your actual eye in the inner corner, because otherwise everything just gets super lost. So you want to sort of come in real tight when it comes to the inner, like this part here. I never want to see myself, because I have done it before with like a big chunky rounded kind of thing. It just doesn't look good on my eye. So I like to sort of leave the volume. I like to leave the extra. I like to put more eyeliner on in the outer parts, you know? But the inner parts you want to keep small and snatched, yeah. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to add a little line. Okay, and so the trick to get a nice clean crisp line is to pull it and flatten it with your fingers before you chuck it on the face, right? So I'm gonna go in and just underneath that inner wing. And it's not white enough, so I'm gonna do a second layer. Just to really make it pop. Like that, and then do the same on the other side, of course. And then the final step for eyeliner is I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner again, and I'm going to connect with underneath here. Just with a little thin line. Kind of like that. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. Like that. Right? So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Bringing this tip down a little bit. Kind of like that. Fabulous. Okay, that's the eyes done, except for my waterline, which always comes last. So what I'm going to do now, I should have done this before my eyeliner, but I just remembered I was sent some, this is not paid promo by the way, but I was sent some eye contacts from this brand, Dimple Eyes? Dimple Lens? Dimple. Let's find out. Okay, so it is Dimple Color. I'm a little confused though, because they asked me what two colors are my favorite, but I have two of one color. Unless they're individually, are they individual? That's weird. And then this one, I don't remember what I got. Oh, Capri Blue. I think I want blue. I think I want to wear these. And if I don't get them in successfully, then I'll cut this part out of the video. But like, I'm gonna put them in. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. And look, I have very dark eyes, so it's pretty difficult for any contact to like really give me that pop. But they're fine. I'm happy with them. It's whatever. The truth about that is they sent it to me, or they emailed me and they were like, oh, we want to give out, you know, some free products in exchange for like 2 posts on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Not for free. And they're like, well, we'll send them to you anyway. And so now I feel a little bit bad. So now I'm speaking about them. But you know, so I'm just fixing up my eyeliner, and because now I have blue eyes, I want to make them pop. I want to draw attention to them. So I've decided I'm going to take a pencil, like an eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to smudge out underneath. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to contour, blush, and all that fun stuff. I was gonna say I'm gonna speed through this, but to be honest, I don't really have to. Isn't it nice getting ready with a, like, you know, appropriate amount of time to do what you need? Honestly, there's nothing too different about this part of my makeup apart from it's more intense, you know? I'm just adding more of it on and that'll give me that more draggy effect. The high contrast with the white powder that I put down before over my white highlight. It's all doing its job. And this is pretty much it except for the lip. So how about I just cut and we'll come back and I'll show you whatever lip we decide to do. Okay, I've put on my blush, I've put on my highlighter and my contour, not necessarily in that order. But it is time for the lip. I've decided we're going to go, because I put a bit of red in my blush, we're going to go with a red lip to tie that in a little bit. And a red lip for me is just a bit of a classic. I want to be somewhat recognizable today, so I can't have everything different. Like I can't come out in like a purple lip, you know? So I'm probably just going to do my normal lips, but just a smidge bigger. And when it comes to my lips, I do this like rounded baby doll kind of top lip. So keeping it really tight to the corners and then flicking it up and around. And I always will line my lips in a darker color just to give a little bit more depth and dimension. When I say bigger for the baby doll lips, we're still going to meet in the corners, but we can go up higher. And then kind of the same on the bottom lips. Always meeting at the corner for me. And just bringing it down a bit more when you're at the center. And that gives you like these like really plump looking like pouty lips. Excellent. And then I'm gonna go in with a red lip gloss. We're gonna be using the House Labs in the whatever the red color is. I don't know. Oh, there might be multiple reds. Hang on. We are using the House Labs in Ruby Shine. Oh my god, that's fun. So the trick with this is because you're not supposed to put this over like a liner or any product really, because it's not supposed to like blend into things. It's supposed to stay, it's a lacquer, right? But if you pull your liner in to basically cover your lips, then you don't have to like blend it into anything. And sure, it doesn't stay in the same way that it would like if you were using it properly, but it's still a hell of a lot better than any other lip gloss. So forgive me, Lady Gaga, but this is how I use your product. And I just love the way the red looks with like a slight purple outline. It just, I don't know. To me, top tier lip combo. So I'm just gonna pop on some eyelashes and a wig and the outfit, and we'll be right back. I'll show you the finished look. Okay, and there is the finished look. Oh, hang on, I forgot earrings. While I put in my earrings, I just want to thank you for the support that I've been given from you guys in the past couple months. Yeah, it just means a lot. And I don't know, I'm just grateful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Before anyone says, yes, I did wear this wig in the last makeup video, but it went with the monochromatic thing for the pop of lip and the nails too. So like, you know, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your love and your support. And I hope you enjoyed. I don't know. Anyway, goodbye.